Aftermarket Toyota Hiace brake pads. These are the ones, these are Bremen brake pads. Generally pretty good until you try and fit them, and then they are extremely tight, and the bottom's not in proper yet, and it's really difficult to push them into place. Now there's no, the springs located here and here are for taking the slack out and stopping them from rattling, but these would never rattle. You can barely get them in place, let alone anything else. And what they've got a tendency to do when they're really tight is to push into place, and then the piston backs off, and then you end up with a soggy pedal because you've got more travel on your piston before it then reaches your brake pad, which is not. So your caliper's not floating as it should. So what we're going to do with these, looking at these particular ones, they're a bit tight on this lip and on its opposing lip at least. So we'll take a bit of material off that. So that is basically this surface and its partner. So we'll take a little bit of material off there. Just got a 4-inch angle grinder here, and we'll just be careful and just take a mil or so off there, maybe 2. You've got to be careful what you're removing, that you don't remove too much material, because you don't want them sort of rattling about like a pea in a whistle. But they should slide in there nice and easy, comfortably. You shouldn't have to force them into place. And that's, I might add that all the caliper, the bracket, the entire caliper has been cleaned, the springs removed, and the surface is clean behind, because they corrode. The caliper corrodes behind the spring, pushes it in and closes the gap that the pad needs to occupy. So before you start altering your brake pads, make sure, take these springs out, take a photo if you need to see how they're orientated, and then clean all behind here, maybe with a square file or something, get all the rust off, and on the inside surface as well for the inner pad. In fact, you'd probably pay to do that, to remove this by taking the 2 bolts out of the back. But so once you've cleaned it, if they're still tight as these are, then you need to adjust the pads a little bit. So we'll get one adjusted and then have another look. Okay, so we've taken a little bit of material off, and we've just got a little bit of movement against the spring, and the pad has got movement within the bracket itself. So we'll get a little bit of copper grease on there. Be careful not to get it on the disc, and happy days. Should have a nice firm effective brake pedal. Enjoy.